Good day. It is August the 10th, and today we're going to continue in Judges 16, doing verses 17 through 19, and Proverbs 10. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. And we begin Judges 16, starting at verse 17. Finally, Samson shared his secret with her. My hair has never been cut, he confessed, for I was dedicated to Elohim as a Nazarite from my birth. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as anyone else. Verse 18. Delilah realized he finally had told her the truth, so he sent for the Philistine rulers. Come back one more time, she said, for he has finally told me his secret. So the Philistine rulers returned with the money in their hands. And verse 19. Delilah lulled Samson to sleep with his head in her lap, and then she called a man to shave off the 7 locks of his hair. In this way she began to bring him down, and his strength left him. Okay, this is like the 4th time now that she says, well, you don't love me if you don't tell me why you're strong and so I can tie you up. And 3 times the Philistines showed up. And now you'd think you'd get the clue. But he's a man led by sensuality. Verse 17. Finally Samson shared his secret with her, because she was nagging. Remember all that? Oh, well, he finally couldn't stand it anymore. Never thought about leaving? My hair has never been cut, he confessed, for I was dedicated to Elohim as a Nazarite from my birth. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as anyone else. All he knew, his complete hair. You know, it was his hair for all he knew. That's it. He told her all he knew, and completely shaved his head. That's what would have to happen. What are you doing there? You're a blank piece of paper. Verse 18. Delilah realized he finally told her the truth, so she sent for the Philistine rulers. Come back one more time, she said, for he has finally told me his secret. So the Philistine rulers returned with the money in their hands. They paid. No ifs, ands, or buts. They were honest about that. They paid. Verse 19. Delilah lulled Samson to sleep with his head in her lap, and she called a man to shave off the 7 locks of his hair. In this way she began to bring him down, and his strength left him. He's not awake, so she begins to mock him while he's sleeping. Oh, now you think you're so strong? Well, let's see what you got. He has no strength left, and he's been humbled. What's finally going to happen? We'll find out later. Proverbs 10. A wise man maketh a glad father. A wise son maketh a glad father. But a foolish son is a grief to his mother. 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivered from death. 3. Yahweh will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he thrusteth away the desire of the wicked. 4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. In other words, if you're lazy. But the hand of the diligent shall make rich. That means you're careful doing what you're doing. Lazy, don't want to do it. I'll just do the minimum possible. 5. A wise son gathereth in the summer, but a son that doeth shamefully sleepeth in the harvest. He's not collecting the harvest. 6. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. 7. The memory of the righteous shall be for a blessing, but the name of the wicked shall rot. 8. The wise in heart shall receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. The wise in heart will receive God's commandments and obey them. 9. He that walketh uprightly walketh securely, but he that perverteth his way shall be found out. 10. He that winketh the eye causeth sorrow, and a prating fool shall fall. 11. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. 12. Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth up all transgressions. English just became my second language, evidently. 13. In the lips of him that has discernment, wisdom is found, but a rod for the back of him that is void of understanding. 14. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is an imminent ruin. 15. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, the ruin of the poor is their poverty. 16. The wages of righteousness is life, the increase of wicked is sin. 17. He is in the way of life that heedeth instruction, but he forsaketh reproof erreth. If you don't accept when you're wrong, you really are wrong. 18. He that hideth hatred is of lying lips, and he that uttereth slander is a fool. 19. In the multitude of words there wanteth not transgression, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. Yeah. Keep quiet. Talk too much, you are going to sin. 20. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little worth. 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but the foolish die for want of understanding. The people perish for want of knowledge. I had no occasion. I'm expecting a phone call, so I had the sound down. Sorry. 22. The blessing of Yahweh, it maketh rich, and toil addeth nothing thereto. 23. It is a sport to fool to do wickedness, and so is wisdom to a man discernment. If you're a man of discernment, it is a sport for you to gain wisdom. 24. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him. In other words, what he fears will happen, will happen. Basically, he's going to get caught. The desire of the righteous shall be granted. And remember, the desires of the righteous are the same as God's desires. When the whirlwind passeth, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. 26. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a sluggard to him that sendeth him. It causes so much pain and irritation. 27. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days, the years of the wicked shall be shortened. 28. The hope of the righteous is gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. 29. The way of Yahweh is a stronghold to the upright, but ruin to the workers of iniquity. 30. The righteous shall never be moved, but the wicked shall not inhabit the land. God will remove the wicked from the land. 31. The mouth of the righteous butters wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut off. That's a rebellious tongue. And 32. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked is all frowardness. The mouth of the wicked is always in rebellion. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like.